welcome back to In the Kitchen With. I am Hazel from The Food Medic, and today I'm really excited to be here with Bettina.
Hi.
From Bettina's Kitchen. And we are going to cook something from your new gorgeous book, Happy Food. So what are we going to cook?
So we're going to do some fully loaded, we're going to do a fully loaded taco bowl kind of thing. So we've got some nachos, and we're going to do a mince, and we're going to do a coleslaw with some spice.
Amazing. And the mince isn't actually meat though, is it?
No, it is plant-based, or you can call it vegan, and everything's gluten-free as well.
Amazing. And so you're using walnuts?
Yes, walnuts and quinoa.
Amazing. Okay, so let's jump into it, and I'm just gonna like chat to you while you're doing your thing.
Right, let's get started. So we're gonna get a pan really nice and hot. We've got some pre-boiled quinoa here.
Okay.
So basically this has just been boiled up with some water, but you can also buy the pre-packaged stuff. I kind of like to do this though. And if you've got some left over, you can keep it in the fridge.
Yeah, absolutely.
For another meal, which is really practical as well.
So does this form part of the mince?
Yes, it does. So
okay, cool.
That and the walnuts is going to give it a little bit of texture.
Yeah, I find walnuts and quinoa are also really great for making like a stuffing.
Yes, they are.
Like Christmas stuffing.
Yeah, definitely. So we've just put some olive oil in the pan, and we're going to add some garlic. I'm going to get that nice and hot.
So you are like from lots of different places, or you're like a blend of lots of different cultures,
yes.
And you've lived in lots of places.
Yeah.
Where is your biggest inspiration for food, do you think, coming from?
I think all the places that I'm from or have lived in, I sort of, I get inspired.
Yeah.
And I take a little piece of every country that I've been to. Even with traveling, I get really inspired on a daily basis with stuff, and especially in London. There's so many different cultures and different foods that you have.
Super multicultural, and the food scene here is incredible. You can get food from any culture, which is really good.
So I've just added some red onion here, and what we want to do is we want to get these really nice and soft and sort of slightly caramelized to form a nice base for our mince.
Amazing. And so your specialty is really plant-based cooking?
Yes, plant-based and gluten-free. Yeah.
And you started this a couple of years back?
Yeah, I started running health retreats about almost 6 to 7 years ago now, and I've always been really passionate about food. So I was desperate to cook at these retreats that we were running. So yeah, that's how I kind of banana slid into plant-based cooking and sort of became really passionate about it as well. I love finding solutions.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing.
Amazing. So you didn't professionally train as a chef?
I haven't trained professionally as a chef. I have done some courses with somebody called Matthew Kenny, who is the guru of raw food gourmet cooking. So I did a few of his courses. My background is in hotel management, so I guess I have a little bit of sort of restaurant thing in my backbone, but I was always front of house.
Which is hard.
During those years. Yes, it's hard and time consuming. Right, let's do the quinoa first.
Okie dokie.
So it's been pre-boiled, and I kind of like my quinoa nice and crispy and not too fluffy. Yeah. So having a little bit less liquid.
How much quinoa are we going with there?
I'm going to go with a couple of big spoonfuls.
Two ladles.
Yeah, two ladles.
I never measure anything in recipes. I'm really terrible.
Neither do I.
I'm always like a bit of that, a bit of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little look through your recipe book while you cook.
Yeah, go for it.
What I love is these little icons you have which say batch cookable, freezable, lasts for 3 days, because that's what we need. I think so many of us are, I guess, guilty of going to the supermarket every evening and making fresh stuff every evening, which is great, but you tend to waste a lot of food and spend a lot of money. So I'm a huge fan of batch cooking, actually.
Yeah, batch cooking and things that you can freeze and sort of, you know, nip out of the freezer, and then time. We don't have as much time as we had before.
No,
and if
we
you've
don't.
got, yeah. And also sort of, there's a whole chapter dedicated for 1 to 2 person households.
Oh, amazing.
It's called Home Alone.
Oh.
My husband travels a lot, I travel quite a lot. And
So
sometimes you don't want to eat the same thing over and over again. And it's nice to sort of do 1 or 2 portions.
Absolutely. Oh, I should recap on what we're doing here.
Yes, we've had the quinoa, garlic, onion, quinoa, walnuts. I'm going to put some tomato puree in, so let's say that we do a tablespoon of that, and it goes. Oops.
And would you use this kind of base in a chili as well?
You could do, yeah. That's a great idea, yeah, definitely. I'm going to use like a fajita mix or like a Mexican spice mix to spruce it up.
And you just get that in any
Get the smokiness, yeah, you can get that in any store. Actually, all these ingredients you can get in any supermarket.
That's what I love. I think sometimes we can go a bit wild when it comes to healthy cooking and buying the most niche,
and a bit
gorgeous
and expensive.
They're just expensive. Yeah, so this isn't that expensive actually, just looking at the ingredients, and you can find them anywhere.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing as well, something that I sort of thought about with the book is also to sort of, when you buy 500 grams of carrots, to be able to use them throughout the book. Yeah. So that you're not just stuck with, well, you need 1 carrot and then you're stuck with a whole bag of them and you kind of don't know what to do with them.
Oh my God, I know, it's so true.
I do. I'm guilty of it as well.
Well, we can't all be perfect.
No!
And one of the things I think you're famous for is like your incredible pictures. Do you do all your photography yourself?
I do, yeah.
Amazing.
So I started, well, with social media, I started out with phone, like many of us do. And then it's just become an interest. I'm by no means a photographer, but
I think
it's a passion.
It's amazing. It's really, really good. And just, I think you eat with your eyes, and you definitely make plant-based cooking exciting. I think there's definitely a misconception that it's a bit boring and also restrictive and not very fulfilling, but I think this recipe proves the latter actually is super, super fulfilling and delicious.
That's kind of done. So we're going to just leave this to the side.
Okay.
And
let me know if you need me to do anything. I'm just
yeah, do you wanna you could pick at these if you want.
Amazing.
Let's pick
I can do that.
these. And we're going to do a coleslaw. So you can use red cabbage or you can use green cabbage. This is what was available in the supermarket.
Amazing. I do love
this
a slaw.
morning.
And also I love how it makes such a huge volume.
Yes.
And then you have lots in the fridge for the week.
Exactly. And cabbage is one of those ingredients that you can cut off a little chunk and then it keeps in the fridge. And then you can cut off a little chunk and it keeps in the fridge. It's not one of those, it just keeps for a long time, and it's a good sort of, it's an investable vegetable that needs to come back.
Yeah, it does need to come back. And I always pickle the end of my cabbages because I tend to...
That's a really good idea. Yeah. That's a great idea.
I just use the end of my
end
of it, pickle it up. And you're a mama.
I am. I've got a little daughter. She's 5.5. Sassy.
Is she? And what advice would you give to any, I'm not a mum, but any mums who are trying to get their kids to try new things, try more fruits and vegetables?
So I think a really good thing is to separate foods just in the beginning, and then put it in front of children so they can try different vegetables and sort of touch, smell, put it in their mouth. I think as mums, we often serve our kids food directly on the plate and don't give them a chance to choose themselves. Yeah. And that's sort of a really important part of the process, I think, to sort of be involved with what you're eating.
That's it. That's true. And I think when you give kids the option, they're kind of like proud of their choice. They're like,
exactly,
I'm gonna eat
and
it 'cause I picked it.
Yeah, and they get to control what's on their plate
Yeah.
rather than us making that choice for them.
So where are we on this slaw?
So we've got some cabbage, and I'm going to add a little bit of apple, sort of for crunch and sweetness. So just chop up a little bit.
And what would be your tips for someone who is largely plant-based and trying to get into the kitchen and doesn't know where to start? Because we were just chatting, it is a bit more, you have to be more adventurous with food to make vegan cooking really tasty.
Definitely. I think start with the basics, like go to a farmer's market or sign up to one of these veggie boxes and try and cook with things that you're not used to. And start with basic vegetables, pulses and grains. We tend to, not going to mention any supermarket names, go to a fancy supermarket, buy lots of ingredients and then not really know what to do with them. So I think get rid of the noise and start simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Don't buy lots of substitutes.
No, I know. I think some of them are great, but you don't need them.
Some of them are great, yeah. Some of them are great. It's like vegan bologna or, you know, vegan sausages or vegan cheese. You don't need to start there. Maybe sort of advance and have that as an addition.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah, definitely try and cook with vegetables.
I haven't tried a nice vegan cheese, to be honest, and I love cheese.
There's a vegan cheese recipe in there.
Is there? What do you use?
I use cashews and I use macadamia nuts.
Is it fatty?
It's really easy.
Is it?
Yeah. You need a day because it needs to ferment.
Sounds
with
fatty.
probiotics. Just blend it, put a probiotic in, let it ferment overnight, and you get instant yogurt. I mean, we pay quite a lot of money for plant yogurts nowadays. I'm adding some apple cider vinegar to the coleslaw here. I'm going to add some maple syrup for sweetness to balance it out. There we go. And I'm going to add some wasabi paste for the spice. And then, let's see, some salt and some pepper. Oops, that's quite a lot. There we go. And I'm going to give that a good stir. Oh, I'm going to add some carrots just because I was going to get red cabbage today, but then carrots are good for colour.
Amazing. It just goes to show you can kind of use anything when it comes to a slaw, can't you?
Exactly. There we go. And I'm just going to give that a really good mix. Try and sort of scrunch it up.
Yeah,
that's good.
Breaks down the cabbage.
This lasts for quite a while in the fridge as well if you do a bigger batch.
Be really good in like pita bread with some falafel.
Yes, that's a good shout. Yeah, that's great. There we go. Yeah, so the liquid is starting to come out because of the salt, which is great, which is kind of what you want. And it's all sort of getting incorporated nicely.
Looks good.
There we go.
So slaw done.
Slaw is done.
Mince.
Mince is done. I'm gonna chop up these lovely limes, put them there just for plating.
I'm so excited to try this.
Yay! Okay, let's do some plating then. So we've got our mince. That is really nice, and it's a little bit crunchy as well.
Yeah.
Which is great. I like it crunchy. There we go.
I'm 100% going to try this.
Yes.
Yeah. It'd be so nice when you had, if you had like a couple of people over for dinner.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a picky sharing.
It's nice when you share meals though, isn't it?
I know.
It's that's kind of what food should be about.
Absolutely.
About sharing and love, and you put lots of good energy into it.
Which is why I like the people in Spain and France who so healthy, because yes, they eat you know, very fresh, gorgeous Mediterranean foods, but they also sit down and share meals together.
Yes, for hours.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's completely out the window here in London.
Yeah.
And serving it with a margarita is optional.
Yeah, definitely optional. I think there's some tequila in there.
Amazing.
Right, there we go. Ta-da!
That is incredible.
Done. That's quite quick.
So that is your loaded nachos with
Yes.
walnut mince and slaw. Amazing. I think it's time for me to taste test.
Yes, go for it.
Should I scoop or will I go with a fork?
I'd take one of those and I would sort of build a little,
A little. Okay.
I'll build a little tower and just go for it.
Mm.
Yeah, that looks good. Might not be good for date food. First date food, maybe, maybe not. Or maybe,
Definitely not date food. Definitely like girls' night,
yes.
boys' night food.
There we
so
go.
good. I need to try more of this mince. It's amazing, and it's quite crunchy.
Yeah, I like it crunchy. That's why it's quite important that you don't overcook the quinoa.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. That is super delicious. I'm gonna wrap this up so I can eat this. Thank you for coming on the channel today. It was amazing.
It's been so good.
Where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram as Bettina's Kitchen and bettinaskitchen.com as well.
Amazing. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll make sure to leave the recipe below and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Bye.